Hit that like, share, and subscribe for me so as many people can get the message, okay? Archangel Michael, the ancestors, the angels of the Most High, we ask that you ascend down into this present moment, giving us guidance, clearance, helping us heal and ascend to the proper timeline that we can now hold. In your holy name we pray, as above, so below. What's up, collective? What's up? I'm picking up on somebody out here in the collective. Some type of new start, some type of a new beginning. There's a lot of anxiety at this moment, but it's going to be released soon, okay? Because you have a new beginning starting. Don't limit yourself, okay? Just follow that spark, that inner knowing that you have deep within you. Show me, oof. Maybe you need to go outdoors, okay? It's going to help some type of mystery in your life. It's going to help you see behind the veil. You may see some type of illumination of divine wisdom in your life. You could have a vision, but you're going to be able to dive deeper, okay? It's going to help you manifest whatever it is you're trying to manifest into your actual physical hand, okay? We have this card coming out with the gates of the east wind. There's some type of enlightenment, okay? You asked for help and you're going to receive it. Something about this summer, the summer 2025, okay? But you're raising your vibration here. You've had a lot of spiritual growth. You're gaining an understanding. You're also gaining your confidence as well. Hey, welcome in. Okay, so you're diving into this divine light with all of the spiritual growth that you've had, some type of spiritual insight. It's that mirror to your soul, okay? There's some type of impossible miracles happening in your life because of this. So it's that astonishing surprise that you've had. Maybe it's a miracle cure, but it's a spark, some type of spark that when you called upon your angels, you called upon the heavens for assistance, you got it. Like an impossible miracle is happening for you. It's development. It's the right order, okay? Show me this person's energy. You're awakened. That's what's happened. You've awakened to joy in your life. You're awakened to the faith in your life. You're awakened to your sacred journey, okay? In a period of a time out, you were able to see behind the veil. You were able to get this enlightenment, to have spiritual growth, to awaken to spiritual insight, and astonishing surprises are happening for you. Oof. A lot of them. During this time out that you've had, you were able to really tap into your emotions because you were by yourself. You were able to clear out other people's emotions as well, because you have this emotions card here with the empath. So I'm seeing somebody who you had a lot of spiritual growth through the understanding of you being an empath, through the understanding of you rising your vibration and helping you transmute emotions. You have a lot of wisdom that is coming from the divine to you and towards you. You're being very courageous right now as well. Yeah, a lot of hope, a lot of faith. You're shining so bright. Yeah, you freed your spirit. You're definitely a free spirit. You have some type of friendship coming in that's gonna, it's a new chapter for you, okay? Yeah, it's like the old book is closed, the old chapter, and you're transmuting that now, okay? You're transmuting some type of energy of trust. You're surrendering, and you're having a lot of gratitude. Okay. In the recent past, show me what the collective is transmuting. Well, you had to dive for the light. It was something that was heaven sent to you. It was power of attraction. You had to release alliances in your life so that you could attract your true energy that was heaven sent for you, so that you could dive for the light. Okay, and before I started this reading, when I was in there clearing my energy and meditating, I seen somebody step into this obsidian cave, okay? And inside this obsidian cave, there was the reflection of their shadow self. But only until they seen their true reflection would their light shine bright enough for them to see the reflection of that in this cave, okay? This person also had to realize what was their own energy, what was true about them, because there was a lot of projections and other people's images of this person sent towards them, okay? In this cave, their guides came through and was guiding them, okay? They were guiding them to make this protection energy, this bubble around their aura, their biofield, to where they put in the ultimate, like, return to sender. And it was a prayer that was similar to this. It was return any energy that doesn't belong to me from the past, the present, or the future. Anything that was to take me off my path or not allow me to shine for the divine, as above, so below. And this person put in the ultimate protection, the ultimate return to sender, not just for this time, but in the past as well, and for in their present or their future as well, okay? So somebody really done some serious work. They ascended to a new level, okay? Look, they gained some type of knowledge. You've gained some type of knowledge, some type of information. This is helping you clean up your life, okay? It's like putting the perfect boundary in place. It's that navigation for you. It's that guide for you. You could work in retail, something about merchant, or be an individual entrepreneur, but you're definitely a spiritual leader. You could work with animals. You could be a shaman, but you have a message coming. You have a gift coming. There's a delivery coming for you, and it's because you've transmuted a lot of energies, a lot of alliances, okay? Yeah, and you did something with proficiency here, okay? So I'm seeing somebody channeled the perfect manifestation, the perfect power, the perfect potential, and you did it with proficiency. You cleaned something up in your life. You developed a plan. You could be a coach, but you're encouraging others. You got a lot of support. And let's see, what about this? Yeah, you're seen solid. Like, that's what I'm hearing. Somebody sees you solid. They see you with loyalty. They see you with integrity. They see you as somebody who puts in this selfless service just because. Okay, they also see you as being this hunter. Like, you're not sitting back waiting for somebody to hunt you. You're like, what do I need to do? How do I need to get it done? Who is in my energy and what is being done? Okay, and at that moment, you're like, yeah, no, give me the bow. I'm going hunting. We're stopping this today, okay? You could have put up no trespassing signs on your property. You're like, whoever's been out here don't need to come back again onto my property, okay? You're like, ready, aim, fire. Look, you are being of service to your own destiny at this point. You could have recently been small talking with somebody. Look, you're hunting this lower vibration. People see you as somebody that's hunting this lower vibration. You could have recently been liberated from some type of underworld activity, some type of underworld lower vibration shadow work, okay? And you survived. You have this cosmic connection with the divine. You have this insight. You're the seer of the unseen, and people know that. They're talking about you. That's what all this small talk is out here. Yeah. Holy Father, you have a lot of growth. That's what's being seen. That's what's being talked about you. They see you growing from a betrayal. They see that you have made it past some type of broken disloyalty with somebody who was very deceitful to you. And people are talking about this, seriously talking about it. They see you as this influencer. They see that you have safe passage, that the Father has your hand, and you have this ancestral connection, okay? You're definitely a spiritual seeker. You're definitely somebody who has your innocence. People see you as a beacon of hope, okay? You're somebody who definitely has showed so much growth that everything around you is growing. Maybe everything in your house, maybe your finances, maybe your businesses, maybe your clients, okay? But people see you as a guide. People see you as a teacher. Your words stick to these people like glue, okay? You're this keeper, you're this knight. People see you with chivalry, okay? You've definitely been dealing with a spy recently, but that's also all the attention, that's all the people watching you. Be this revolutionist, okay? They see you as somebody who's fighting for your freedom. You're like, I'm not gonna back down. I want justice. They're seeing it. They're researching it. Something about R and R. Look, this career is something about a grand scheme, something that was cunning, but the Creator showed you the vision, the invention, the realization of maybe somebody who, and that's who you released alliances with, somebody who was very rash, somebody who was arrogant in your energy, somebody who was very impulsive, okay? But you're this navigator, you're this captain of your ship, and you're like, if we're not all working together, then matey, you better walk the plank, or get off here, matey, right? You're this person who bears gifts, and you're intelligent. You have a very extraordinary mind. People could think that you're some type of genius and that you live a very luxury life because of this. Because you took control of your own life. That's what they also know. They know that you risked something and you won. Like you put all bets in on something and it come out winning. Yeah, look, you got this rescue. They might even call you the fire marshal, okay? But you're extinguishing this gang, this lower vibration, like they're done. This has been a long journey for you. It's been an experience for sure, but the experience, the lessons that you've learned, the growth that you had is out of this world, okay? Completely out of this world. You definitely are on your way to becoming this individual entrepreneur if you're not already. Maybe the Creator, wants to integrate this into your life, and it could be unseen for you, but there's going to be some type of an illusion through your psychic development that's going to be stripped, okay? It's going to, yeah, look. There's a lot of big changes happening in your life right now, okay? You're seeing the signs. You're seeing the omens. You could have recently seen an owl or a hawk. This is a symbol of a new beginning for you. You could have like 2 eggs in a basket right now, and during this transformation, you definitely have had a lot of tears fall. You've had to release a lot. You've had to have a lot of forgiveness. I mean, this is not something that happened for you overnight. This took many nights, many moons, many days for this to happen, for this change to take place, for you to begin to have this growth around you, for you to be able to spread your wings and fly, okay? Because you had to let go. The baggage was too heavy for you to fly. Yeah, look. Okay, you could be, look, you have this new day coming out, this death card, but you had to let go. You had to surrender. You had to let things die where they laid. You had to just let it be, okay? In order to have the new day, angel number 811, but you have this feminine energy coming out with a reunion to your soul, to souls with somebody, or just to yourself, okay? But it could be that reunion with that friend that's coming in. There's some type of healing, miraculous, impossible healing that's happening for you. Like you realized you can't keep carrying other people's lessons for them and expecting them to grow while you're like, here, give me your lesson. I'll tote it for you. Oh, I don't mind that one either. Here, I got that lesson. I mean, I'll just keep taking your inner journeys because mine is already complete and I like to take a journey. No, their journey is theirs and yours is yours. The weight of the load got too heavy and you had to release it. You had to release other people's energy, their lessons, their time. You had to allow them to walk their own path, okay? So that you could go through this ascension. This inner journey here, this retreat, maybe you've been on a retreat, you're going on one, but this is that inner journey where you're going inward to go upward. You've learned a lesson, and this lesson was like that next step for your psychic development to go to an all-time high, okay? So whoever you are, you've gained a lot of ancestral wisdom. This was divine timing for everything to happen this way for you. Something about May 30th, March 4th, February 4th, March 5th of 2020, there was a lot of growth. By March 8th, 2020, miraculous amount of growth. This happened in your body. It happened in your home. This happened throughout a period of time, and that's the truth. You could have started on your journey in 2012, 2014. It was a long journey for you, but because of this, you have ultimate possibilities, unlimited possibilities. Like integrating your true, authentic self back in had just allowed you to cross the finish line. This took a lot of self-love, many days, many moons, many emotional releases, okay? A lot of grounding down. You could have thought you were grounded down and then realized what grounding down was. Like, dang, I must have been floating everywhere. They must call me a hot air balloon, right? But you found balance in your life, okay? That's my point. You are honoring your energy. That's why you're having so much growth in your life. You changed that perception. You now see things in many forms and fashions, many ways of seeing things. You've walked in many people's shoes. You felt the struggle. The struggle was real. You have a sacred connection, okay? And you have healed, you're shining back to that energy again. You're nourished and you're flourished. And this sacred journey is untwisting for you. And your guides are bringing you a reason to smile, okay? They're like blaze a trail. You could be an earth sign. You could be just working with herbs and crystals a lot at this moment. You're definitely bringing your masculine and feminine side both into balance. You're actually allowing your masculine side to take lead and your feminine side to nurture thy own self. And you're of the energy of love. Light is matter, okay? So you're really stepping into this energy where everything is la-di-da-di-da for you. You're doing somersaults that you didn't even know you could do anymore, right? Right into your new beginning. It's something about you rolling right into a new beginning. This was a mystery for you. Maybe you didn't see this coming. You have a lot of friends. I said a new friendship in the beginning, but you have a lot of friends that are about to kind of swarm you. You manifested this. You manifested this new energy, and it's all integrating back in. It was always supposed to be this way, but it's like when you went into that dark healing chamber, yeah, and you tapped into that flow. You danced within the rhythm of it. You looked at the true self. Well, you started removing what other people wanted for you out of the place. Like you could have shed a lot of pounds just going through this dark healing chamber. Look, you were sacrificing so much of yourself that until you put aside other people's needs and you tapped into your own needs, could you support your growth in a relationship? You definitely had to make the correct decision because you were too anxious to make the proper one in the past. I'm telling you, you've had a lot of learning, you've had a lot of growth, and you've got a lot of friendships coming in. Look, with growth on the bottom, like I said. Okay, so because you wouldn't have had this without the growth. If you wouldn't have went into that dark healing chamber until your light started shining, this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine, okay? Then you would still be in other people's energy that they wanted for you, not your authentic self, okay? Look, you have a lot of support coming in. Friends, family, colleagues. They're going to offer you unconditional support. They're going to help you make it through some type of challenges. They're going to teach you how that you can trust yourself, but you can trust them as well. And that's going to bring you a lot of changes because your wings are not new anymore. Like the training wheels have been taken off for you. You're coexisting in this new energy now of thy own authentic self. So you've balanced independence with a connection with the divine, and you have mutual respect and support coming in with growth at the same time. Look, and you're prioritizing all of these changes in your life. There could be some type of reconciliation going to happen in your life. This could be part of your divine passion, but that could be just past wounds or healing and you reconciliating with your own self. That security, you drawed back in your soul, and you reintegrated thy own self. This was part of your responsibilities in this lifetime, okay? You're making the necessary changes. Yeah, in the past, you demonstrated a behavior that was like a risk management. Now you're making wise decisions, wise risk management in your career and opportunity. Some type of challenges, strategic decisions propelled you towards success, towards financial stability. You passed some type of expectations with high hopes and high positive expectations, higher than they expected you to. And now people are like, hey, I need to speak with you. Somebody is going to come towards you with a strong connection that's going to provide you with security and some type of fulfillment in your life, okay? A lot of creativity is flowing around you at this time, okay? This is also healing some type of untapped, untouched emotional trauma that you've been through. And it's bringing it like clearly to the surface, but balancing it back out between your material and your spiritual needs with your work. Everything is balancing back out. Transparency. You've gained your independence back. You've been inspired. You've inspired others. There's a lot of teamwork happening around you. This is bringing a lot of opportunities to open up. You're shining in your work. You're shining. You're thinking outside the box. Fresh ideas, perspectives, and solutions are happening. You're going to have some type of collaboration with some colleagues, some type of business partner, and gain some type of mutual respect, producing excellent results. You've got the courage, okay? You've got some type of memories in the past where you've been through something before, you were trained for something, you've been doing this for a long time. It's all this growth you've had, and it's really helping others. You're safely protecting yourself from some type of ostrich trap, okay? Closed-mindedness, and you done it by flipping the page, turning the page. And on the other side, you got your wishes granted to you because you were patient. Because you looked in the mirror and you seen things clearly. Look, you fine-tuned you fine-tuned your life. Things are able to go into a place where you have freedom, where you're going to have enjoyment. You could have intuitively already known this. You're planning something for your future, past, present, and future. Like I said, gut reaction. You put up that protection, that return to sender. And now, like, all your worries are gone, okay? You're calm. Your soothing energy is back to like an all-time high. If you had a repetitive tick, that's gone, okay? You're seen as this humanitarian. You're seen very balanced. You care for others. And with this sap card coming out, the nourishment, the energy, your vitality, the roots. Your roots are strong. Your life force is strong. In the past, you could have been weary or exhausted, but old habits die hard. Some type of family patterns. With the sacrifice card here, you let go of. That's what you sacrificed. It was also what was causing you anxiety as well. You could be a fire sign. You're definitely seen as noble. Yeah, there's something you did with satisfaction, okay? It was perfect. I'm telling you, in a stage of meditation, you went deep. You balanced your chakras, and now you're centered, and things have collapsed, okay? Been removed, dismantled, set back, that lower vibration, that gang energy, it was sent back to them. Look, cracked shot. Hit them right where they needed to be hit, okay? You shut them down. You were so skilled. You did it with excellence. Look, and this was karma, okay? Divine intervention happened for you. The cold-hearted truth, the cold hard truth is, it wasn't you. It was them. And that's why it was sent back, and you done it. Yes. The situation and the event is right on track. I'm telling you. This started in spring. With an invention here, cause and effect. Maybe whatever was sent to you, that you sent back, was sent to you in spring, and you've been dealing with it. Yeah, look, with this eclipse, it was camouflaged, okay? It was a little hard for you to see in the shadows. Maybe it was sent to your home, some type of co-creation. It wanted to put boundaries up for your legacy, though. It didn't want you to be able to keep some type of structure organized. And that could have been just your chakras. That just could have been you being balanced with your purpose, okay? But this energy was very, like, aggressive in your energy. Unpredictable, okay? This definitely, you had to rise your vibration above it. You had to ascend in order to get away from this energy as well, okay? To have freedom, some type of breaking free, things working out and taking off. Yeah, because you could have felt like you were held back, like you were defenseless, like you were somebody's prey, and that's why you're the hunter now, okay? Somebody could be getting detained by external forces, and you could be getting some type of ceremony here, okay? Some type of award, some type of recognition. People are definitely looking at the fine print when it comes to you. And they're seeing that you're a very diligent person, that you've honed your skill and you're very poised, okay? Yeah, look, I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. I'm telling you, when you come out of that cave, you were healed. You're no longer going around and around this energy. Everything has changed for you. Especially if you, in the past, yeah, you're calling it a day to that old energy. That's what it is. In the past, you're no longer tapping into things that do not fulfill your needs. I'm telling you, you raised your energy above it. You changed your direction. And it's like curtain calls on that, okay? That's how you got this pride. That's how you got this achievement. That's how you got this success, okay? You're the last man standing. You're the king of the mountain or queen of the mountain. And you brought a lot of changes into your energy. It was a 50-50 that it would even work out, okay? That's what people thought to begin with. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Yeah, that you took some type of quick action. You built the force that you needed to between spring and summer. And now you're able to relax, okay? You're no longer suspended between two things. Maybe you're going to be taking a vacation, but you're in this growing energy. You're in this energy where you're just loving life, okay? Where you've had a lot of growth. People really wanted you to keep a closed mind, okay? They wanted you to run like some type of fear-based thinking, but instead you like struck out on this destiny by yourself, okay? Or with a couple of people, some type of uncharted territory. And you're running right into your friends, your soul tribe, right into that checkered flag, okay? With this sapphire coming out, you have deep insight coming to you. Let's see what's going to happen. Now that you've done things the right way, you're moving into this energy. You're in advanced mode. You're keeping it, but yeah, you're not letting fear stop you this time. What's coming in the future? You're tapping into your Akashic records, so something's already been written before and you're tapping into it. You're taking off on this new adventure. You're realizing there's a lot of people that are different than you in this life. But that's the great part about it, is that you're ready for this adventure because your perception has changed so much. You're just in like this pause before some type of action. It's okay to say goodbye because you have so many positive, new, uplifting friends coming. You found some type of solutions in the unknown darkness. Look, right here, I told you, you found those solutions in the unknown darkness in that cave, looking at your mirrored reflection. You did things the right way, okay? You're learning to create what you desire by not covering up the errors, but by allowing those conditions to fall away and change who you are tomorrow by seeing who you are today, okay? That's how you become to shine like so bright like a candle. You have this mighty shield of protection, that ultimate return to sender, that wise counsel that whispered in your ear. You listened and you took action. So there's some type of choice that you're about to make. And this is that attraction card again, where you're attracting this wonderful news. You're this bright golden phoenix. And people could have thought you were lost in the ashes down there, but you actually, in those ashes, achieved something really good. You actually drew the most beautiful picture you've ever drew in your life while sitting in those ashes, okay? Now you can achieve great things. You've had this new skills, this advanced rapid training. And you must choose. What do you want? Where do you want to go? How will you move? You're inspiring other people with trust and confidence. Change is natural. And yes, it can hurt, but change is good, okay? When you stay still, it's like a coffin. You can't grow in a box that we go into after we're dead. Live while we're living. Live in the moment, okay? Look, you followed that white rapid. Maybe you're going down the white rapids, but I'm seeing you followed a white rabbit. You followed some type of curiosity, and you're in that present moment because you know you can't go back to yesterday and change it. So you're just living in that very moment, being inspired, living. Look, there's some type of strange companions where you used your challenges, those alliances you released. You realize you can't please everyone, and your life is sweet now. This tail, this twist in the tail, this is something you didn't expect coming. You're belonging to your own dream, and you could be connecting heavily in with fairy energy. This could be bringing you some type of wisdom as light as a feather. Some type of little sister, sibling, or friend, or responsibilities have feared they've made a mistake, okay? And you could be bringing some type of lead the way, I'll show you the way energy to them. You could be helping them as well. You're helping them become braver, okay? First off, you're helping them become reborn, and you're showing them how it's done, okay? So there's some type of experience, a fresh perspective that's going to help you guys grow stronger, where you're going to realize you're never in a jam, okay? Promises that never come to be, some type of empty words from not living in the now, okay? And that's going to change as well. Somebody is leading the way, and the other one's like, no fear, I'll follow you there because I know what to do, okay? I know you're not going to steer me wrong. That's what I'm hearing. Somebody sees you as a magical protector, their loyal guardian, and they also know that you watch over them, okay? So they know that you're going to help them create a happiness regardless of the conditions, because they can see you as somebody who knows how to alchemize things. They see you as somebody who's grown up. So Elizabeth and the lion out here, okay, it's time to become that great leader. So lead the way, because you have other people seeing you as rare and free. There's not many people like you, but it's definitely your turn. It's definitely your shot. And you're like, go, baby, go, okay? They may not tell you how proud they are or were of you, but I'm telling you, there's a big discovery about you. They see you as this messenger. They see you as somebody who's of service, okay? That life is bright and brief, but it's yours to live, and they see you doing that, okay? So somebody's come home, somebody's returning to reality, and they're showing them who to trust, and that's you, okay? So it's time to talk sense, collective. People are like, who in the world are you? Let's get to know the new them. This is interesting. It's uncertain. It's unpredictable, but it's fun, okay? So they see you as somebody who was out of balance before, but rebalanced, okay? You have some type of, and I've said it before, this genius mind, this artistic flow. You're somebody who bears gifts, and you've got a lot of people seeing it about you. Let's see about this impossible miracle. Before we close this message out, I have to know. Look, it's your personal door to happiness and healing, and it's coming through a group of friends in the community. They're like, we have got to do. Look, Archangel Metatron, you've seen this with your third eye already, okay? You could be seen as this woman holding a heart. We have angel numbers out here. 444, okay? But you're connected to spirit, and the door has been opened for you. It's like you could have recently seen a dove, but this is when that door from spirit was open and you tapped into your true heart's desire. When you looked in the mirror and you were that magician and you said, this is what I want for me. This is who I am. This is a reflection that I want to see. This is me authentically. You could have had a lot of anxiety going on as well. Something to do with a man holding a heart here on the bottom. But you're this healer of all ages. You healed something in your energy for all of ages, and you got victory. And so maybe there's a man coming in holding a heart for you. That's part of this. That's part of it. Yeah, you have a soul contract out here. People are going to be very envious of this, that there's this man, this thinking man, this man holding a heart. He holds a contract with you, and this is part of your sacred journey. When you crossed over that bridge and you actually tapped into your true energy, it sent your lighthouse light out, okay? And this man with this contract, he's seen it. It was his invitation to blossom, to grow, to see it. It was like with all this light shining on back here with that lighthouse light on, it was like, oh, there it is. That's where I'm supposed to be going. X marks the spot, okay? Look, you have this caring connection coming in, free of attachments. It's one that is going to rejuvenate you. Archangel Michael is guarding and blocking anybody who wants to come against your contract, and he's hand delivering it to you with a lot of swift action. Look, somebody's walking away in the community, and they're walking straight to you. These boots are made for walking, and that's what I'll do. I'm going to walk straight to you is what I hear. Look, there's a cycle that's been closed. There's been some type of a light that's been illuminated. Before, somebody didn't know which way to go, and the impossible miracle is that somebody was just standing at the gate waiting for you to walk your temple path right towards them. Somebody's waiting there with a flower in their hand, with some type of appreciation for you. This is, look, with some type of door to romance. This is past life connection, and there we have it, yin and yang, okay? You have your twin flame sitting out there waiting on you in their boat like, la-di-da-di-da, where is that lighthouse at? I know it was here last year. And then bam, the light come on. Look, they could have felt like they were in the middle of a storm because they couldn't find their light. Their finances could have been constrained. Okay, they could have been really lacking because they were stuck out there in this ocean of emotions, wondering why they couldn't feel your connection, why they couldn't see your light, like, because it was so clogged up with other people's wishes, energies. Okay, it had to be removed. Now he's able to see that light. Now you're able to see that light, and it's the door. It's open to your personal healing and happiness. I'm telling you, the people that tried to turn that light out so he couldn't find it, they're so deceitful of this connection, of this cornucopia, of this harvest that you're about to have in your life. They would do anything to stop it. They would do anything to stop you from having victory. With the man holding a coin, the man who holds his heart, the man who's been thinking about you, the man that they had out there all brokenhearted, thinking whatever, okay? But you got these angels of love guiding him, showing him, hey, look over here. There's the goddess of the moon. Her light is back on. We'll show you strategically how to get there, okay? Yeah, because he could have felt all tied up. But his heart is fluttering again. It's beating again. Toof, toof. Hopefully somebody didn't go through something pretty scary out there in a storm, and this is somebody being revived, somebody being brought back to life, whether it's physically or by the divine. It happened. As light follows darkness, so day follows night. Be patient. Wait for the right opportunity to create a new chapter in your life, because you're the sun and he's the moon. Or vice versa, you're the moon, he's the sun. Spend time reclaiming your balance. There will be peace, okay? So in your balance is where you found this peace. You started working on your own self, and that's what turns your light back on. Yeah, some type of gentleness is being seen. You spend a lot of gentle time in a situation, in an environment. You're working on your passion. This love is coming in with a passion. It's renewed hope. You're taking your power back. You're seeing things crystal clear about your job in this connection, in this situation, okay? Show me this thinking man's energy. He's holding actively true to his values. He could be going through a lot of fights, a lot of battles. Like I said, he's in the middle of a storm out here, but he's getting victory. He's getting success. He's proud of what he's achieved because he's making decisions without pressure under the moon, okay? Because he can see the light now. That's why he's able to let something go so he can rediscover his individuality. Here's his Empress out here being his lighthouse on the bottom, the hidden details that he don't want people to see. This man is in a very stressful energy while things are being revealed to him. But he's like, I'll slice him and dice him. I don't even care. I got 4 swords over here and I just need 2. Okay? So either way, I'm going to make it past this, and I'm going to make it to where I have to. It may stress me out, but I'm going to get there, okay? Look, all these battles, he's like, I don't even care. But when I get done with them, I'm going to make it to where I got to go. With multiple directions, multiple illusions, multiple cups. He's seeing the truth, though. He will make it through this energy. That's why he's planting a lot of seeds out here. And he's trusting his ideas of where he's planting these seeds, because he's trusting this 4 of Wands. He's trusting this connection, and he knows all that he needs will be met by the universe, okay? He knows that they're going to take him right to this Empress, because she is his guiding light. She is his 10 of Cups. Show me her energy. Look, she's tapping, okay, because she went in and tapped into her true heart's desires with this Page of Cups. She's tapped into her true emotions, okay? She's been through a lot of sadness. A lot of the cups have been spilt over. Maybe she wasn't even looking at the one spilt over or the one standing up. Maybe she was just standing there to the divine. Look, like, I choose my battles wisely. I look back at myself with compassion, but which way do I need to go? What do I need to do? This person is putting a lot of work in towards their career, towards their emperor, okay? So they're seeing some type of rewards for all that they do, and they're making empowered choices as well when it comes to this contract, when it comes to them being ready and to learn and to love. In the past, this could have been a difficult decision for them to decide, but now they're trusting in the outcome that the universe brings them. With a lot of dedication and hard work, they know that where their energy goes, where they put their intention and their energy goes, it's going to grow, okay? Into some type of love here, okay? There's a sudden awareness that both people are going through, and they're surrendering how to go forward. This could be something that is very sensitive to both this emperor and this empress heart here, okay? Because they have a lot of memories with each other, lifetime after lifetime, that are being balanced out. A lot of karma is being balanced out as well in order to have this new beginning, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 major cards right here in a row, and these are all serious life lessons that are being had in these people's lives. There could be memories that are touched that are not so good. There could be memories that are being touched that are so good. That's that trauma, that emotional trauma that one did not know about, that is being brought to the surface and being cleared up, okay? This is some type of good news, actually, for this connection for these two. It's bringing in a lot of security. It's bringing in a lot of finances as well, because where there's blockages, you don't grow, okay? A lot of inspiration, action, progress, and a lot of truth, okay? You are this star. You both are this star. You are inspired. There's positivity about the future and a lot of action, okay? A lot more action and a lot less talk is all I need. Something about that. Look, with this Lovers here. He's like a little less talk and a lot more action, okay? He's saying a lot more loving is all he needs. It's an old 90s country song, but I can hear it. This person has energy that is coming back in that's helping them realize their goals, okay? So he's like, I need somebody who's going to put in action. I need somebody who is going to give me time and energy, somebody who's going to love me, okay? That way, I need somebody who's going to protect what matters to them as well, okay? And that's how he's seeing this Empress. So if he's having to walk away and close a cycle on something in his life as well, that is what's happening, so he can welcome in new energy. He could be like tippy-toeing in this energy, making ripples like this just to see what happens, okay? What happens if I step here? What happens if I do it like this? With this, Wheel of Fortune here, he's trusting in what will happen too. When he puts his energy into something, he's seeing that it's safe and protected, okay? What about her? What is she seeing? Look, she's seeing it all. She's seen as this high priestess. She's allowing her intuition to guide her and free her from this devil energy, some type of chains that could have been holding her back. So she's getting the keys to help her grow right now. That's what she's seeing. She's receiving some type of universal good for the good that she does. And she's removing herself from some type of battle and standing strong as long as she needs to. She's like a workaholic when it comes to this. She's seen as this Queen of Pentacles, and everything is prospering around her. So there's something she's walking away from without resistance, okay? And it's because she knows of this opportunity coming towards her. She's staying and paying attention to the detail, and she's staying in control because of that. She's making decisions very calmly right now. There's a lot of creative communication happening, okay, for a pioneer spirit. Somebody who's a free spirit. I'm telling you, somebody's complete surrender with ways showing. And this is all in the future. So future energy here is complete surrender with you showing the way. For people seeking karmatic balance. Yeah. There's some type of unfinished business that you're tapping into where you're going to speak about something. You're going to help people surrender these abandonment fears to have a mental transformation, to show them the way, to see their authentic self, to seek that karmatic balance, to have this unfinished business removed off of them and become light as well. Okay, because they can feel empty right now, and you're going to help them call their soul home. Find their well in their middle of their journey, in the middle of their ocean. What does your well look like, okay? Some type of creative communication, because you better jump on that well and find your way back. No, like Jonah in the well, okay? Look, that energy transmission. Okay, so in the future, I'm seeing somebody tap into a business, back to that individual entrepreneurship, where you are going to help individuals who are seeking karmatic balance in their life, where their soul has like tethered off. You're going to help them draw it back in. You're going to help them bring themselves into balance with some type of shamanic journey, okay? From survival fears. You are going to help masculines and feminines both find balanced relationship by taking lead, taking action, becoming disciplined, opening up some type of contact in their lives where it's like shared cultural ideas to some type of stubbornness, okay? So you guys could begin to work as a team. This is like some type of dream time and awakening. You're going to help other people awaken to their authentic selves, okay? Yeah, you're going to become a mentor to help refine the lineages, okay? And you're going to receive a lot because of this. With this generosity and spiritual sovereignty, this is happening, okay? Equal value. This is the way it's supposed to go. You're going to help the world heal from some type of crisis, purge energy that's not theirs. You're going to help them take a leap of faith and find their way out of an area where it was a delusion of control for them, okay? So way to go, collective. If that's you out here healing and growing and growing and growing, what are you growing other than yourself? You're like this magnificent, beautiful tree at this point. They shook your root, they shook your tree so much you begin to grow, right? Yeah, you're tapped all the way into your destiny. Somebody tried to steal your destiny, okay? But in a state of reflection, you brought balance. That's period. That's the message. In a state of reflection, you brought balance to your life. There's no more that can even be said, collective. All right, so whatever you're doing, whatever you have coming into your life, no matter if it's friendship, partnership, work, okay, just allow it to come in, because you're tapping into your emotions, you're tapping into your authentic self, and If that's you, you'll know that you've grown. You'll know that this is you because you've tapped so far into yourself that you're seeing everything grow around you, collective. So just continue to take action. And look, if you think people are scammers, you can always change the channel. You don't have to stay on here. The good thing about my channel is I don't charge anybody. So who am I scamming? Those of you who continue to watch and say I'm scamming you, get out of here. If you don't like the message, you think somebody's false, then just carry on because you can change the channel. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to me. I will go back and look at some of the comments real quick before I click off. This message was for you. Well, thanks. I'm glad it reached you, those of you who needed to. I'm so glad that you guys enjoyed the reading. For those of you it was for, go on ahead and hit them thumbs up. If you're a new member, hit that. Members, if you're not, if you're a new subscriber, thanks for tuning in with me. If you're my day ones, thank you so much. But collective, make sure you know your truth out here. Don't relinquish your power to others. Just keep surrendering, healing, and growing. And have a good night. Well, welcome to America. You can look for this reading if you go onto my channel on the lives. It will be on the live, okay? And then you'll know it's on there. And then you can watch it and stop it and pause it or whatever you need to.